Hello, Huskies back with more NHL 18 franchise mode commentary in NHL 18. I repeat myself. Either way, this is the big moment. This is our fantasy draft start. Now, I was going to have you vote on three separate rules that I was going to have to abide by when it came to the draft. But seeing as I want to get this started sooner than later, and that's just a whole bunch of time wasted, not wasted, but just waiting, we're going to do it this way. This video is gonna have three separate fantasy drafts. There's gonna be links in the description, so if you don't want to watch a certain one, you can skip to the next one. I'm not doing the entire fantasy draft. Good lord, I would bore you to death. I'm going to do the first 15 picks, and then I'm going to sim the rest of it. We're going to look over the team that was created with our restriction placed. And then in the description as well, there will be a vote, and you will be able to vote on which of these three teams we will run as our fantasy draft GM mode. The three stipulations that we're going to run with, and before I get into the stipulations, this is how we're going to set it up. I wanted to do the expansion team as the 32nd team being the Huskies, but seeing as then you can't do a fantasy draft in that scenario, you can only do the expansion draft, and that's it. There's no fantasy draft, unless I missed it. If I missed it, please feel free to let me know, but I'm fairly certain I checked all the settings, and there was no way to do a fantasy draft with the expansion draft in the same time. So we're adding Minnesota. I substituted them out for Arizona. I think I just said that twice. I took Minneapolis and I substituted them in for Arizona. I then swapped Minneapolis with Colorado, so Colorado will be in the Pacific. Minneapolis will be in the Central because it makes more sense in my eyes. I was going to initially take out Carolina, but there's nobody in the West that I really want to move to the East. I mean, Nashville you could move, but I want to try to keep some semblance of a competition in that Central Division between. Not that it matters because we're doing a fantasy draft, but you understand the point. All right, so that's what we're going to do in terms of the division realignment. Here we are, no owner mode, fantasy draft, player morale off. Everything else is good. We're going to go ahead and hop in to the fantasy draft, and this will be the first fantasy draft. We'll do 15 picks, look over the roster, we'll cut to the next one, we'll do the draft, look at the roster, cut to the next one, look at the draft. Now, I'm going to randomize this 5 times each time, as to kind of, unless we get the exact same spot in 2 of them, I'll randomize one more time. But this is the first time, that's the second time, that's the third time, that's the fourth time, and our draft position will be 13th, so pretty good, right in the middle, kind of where you want to be. And the draft stipulation, the restriction I'm placing on this one, is I'm not allowed to draft anybody that is over the age of 30 years old. Now that might sound kind of lenient in terms of age, but the vast majority of high quality players that are 30 or older is pretty large. I started doing one of these offline just to kind of get a feel for what I might have to pick. And all right, so like I said, I'm going to do 15 picks. My goal is to get 3 forward lines, 2 D pairings, and a goalie, and I think that's 14 picks. So that's what I can do. I can either pick my entire top 9 and top 4, or I can pick a smattering of that and some prospects. But looking over who's already been picked, Connor McDavid, he always goes number 1. Erik Karlsson always goes number 2. Followed by Sidney Crosby, Nikita Kucherov, Steven Stamkos, Drew Doughty, Kenny Malkin, Austin Matthews going 8th. I think he's him and McDavid are the 2 youngest ones up there. Line A at 10, Hedman at 11, Kane at 12. And with our first pick in the 13th spot, not allowed to take anybody over 30 years old. I'm taking Vladimir Tarasenko. You got to. He's a Cuffer athlete. He's arguably the second best goal scorer in this game behind Ovechkin. So there we go. We have our first pick right there. So now, again, I have to keep with the feel of nobody under 30 or nobody over 30. Sorry. Now where this hurts me is goaltenders, because if you look at the top goaltenders, Rene 34, Fleury 32, Schneider 31, Tuukka Rask 30, Crawford 32, Lundqvist 35, Dubnyk 31. Now we have some options down here that are suitable and they're good. Frederik Andersen, Connor Hellebuck, John Gibson, Martin Jones, Matt Murray. Like there's players down here I can take But if I don't take a goalie now, I get left with Robin Lehner, and then after that, dude, it falls off hard. So I'm gonna take Connor Hellebuck because I've seen him have the highest ceiling, and we are running on the most recent rosters, I believe. Third pick, I would like to go defense, but at the same time, I want to get a center. Because again, center's a lot of the top centers are on the older side, and I want a first line center, so I'm going to sign Kuzi. So our first line is basically Washington. Instead of Ovechkin, we have Tarasenko. So we have Kuznetsov and Tarasenko on that first line. That's really good, I feel. And yeah, this is obviously the new rosters because William Karlsson is an 85. I'm going to need to take some defense. That's right wing, not defense. The best guy to take at this point is Ryan Ellis. He's only a 2, because I also have to consider contracts as well. Being as this team is all 30 and under, I might not have the highest cap space off the bat, but these guys are going to want deals real quick. So I want to make sure to lock people down, and I actually want to take 2 centers to ensure that we have proper playmaking. I want to set up my wingers as my goal scorers. I want to take Galchenyuk. I'm gonna take Galchenyuk because while it would have been nice to take somebody a little further down there, we might get lucky with Galchenyuk contract. All right, so left wing. So we've got. So I'm actually gonna sort by potential and see what we've got left. So we've got Nick Ritchie, Evgeny Shreknikov. Is that Michael Del Cole? It is Michael, right? Yeah, Michael Del Cole. They last a little while. That's JT Miller. JT, he's only 24. Damn. Sven Berchi. What do we got for right wings? Couturier, Julian Gauthier. It's Gauthier. Sam Reinhart, Alex Nylander. Sam Reinhart wouldn't be a bad pick here, but again, he's got 1 year left. He's going to want a big contract. Brendan Gallagher can be a pretty serviceable guy. High top 6. He's already 25 though. Riley Smith makes $5 million. That's a bit much. Let's go back to left wing. I'm gonna take. Oh man, this is. I'm gonna take Jason Zucker. This gets a bit tough because there are definitely some veterans that I want to grab. Damn, Patrick Kane, PK Subban. Oh wow, whoever picks after me, Ottawa is doing great. Like I would love to take Strawman right here, or I would love to even take Hornquist or Oshie. Oshie at 5.7 for 8 years is not a bad contract in this game, but can't do that. I'm actually going to sort by potential, and we're going to grab somebody here. I'm going to grab Pedersen because I want to make sure that I have a top-notch rookie. All right, and we'll stick to overall. So we have 3. We need wingers. Tatar makes 5.3. That's a little much. Donskoy would be nice. Connor Sheary. Let's take Connor Sheary. So I'm guessing you can already tell what the second stipulation might be. If I did this one under 30, then the next logical progression would be the next one would be I can only pick people 30 and over. And that's kind of where I'm leaning. We're not going to do that as the next draft, though. Is that Connor Brown? I'm taking Connor Brown. All right, so there's 9 picks. So we got 5 picks left. We have 6 picks left, actually, if you include the 15th pick. All right, are there any prospect goaltenders? Luukkonen gets pretty good. Carter Hart can get good. Eric Comrie's I'm actually going to pick for the future and go Luukkonen. So we've got 2 pretty big future picks with Pedersen and Luukkonen. Go back to the wings. Actually, I need defense. I've kind of neglected defense here. Oh boy, Marco Scandella. He's the only person on that list I can take. Nate Schmidt. Nate Schmidt wouldn't be awful. Andre Schuster. Brian Dumoulin at 4.1. Oh boy. Oh boy. What do we got for we got any future? Larson, Timothy, Jake Bean. I actually like Jake Bean, so we'll take Bean. And then I will take a I'll take an NHL defender here. Oh, Keith Yanda would be nice. I'm actually gonna take. I was gonna take a 28-year-old there, but Braden McNabb. Our team's looking a little rough. Granted, every team's gonna look a little rough with the way that the overalls shake out in this game. It's tough to build a good team in the fantasy draft. It used to be much easier. Michael Grabner, Colin Wilson. There's 2 Yuri Toulouses. All right, so there's 2 Yanni Gourde. We're taking Yanni Gourde. There are going to be 2 versions of the players that I put on the team. I just put a bunch of free agents on the team since you have to have a roster when you create a team. All right, right wingers. Andrew Shaw, Zach Cassian, Alex Chiasson, Devontae Smith-Pelly. Oh boy, we got. It's pretty rough here. I'm gonna take Matt Calvert, 27-year-old. So we got 1 pick left, and then we're gonna sim the rest of it. And that last pick is going to be. Oh man, I kind of want to take Shvechnikov if I'm honest. No, I don't want to take Shvechnikov. I'd take Del Cole if I take anybody. Charles Hudon, Kasperi Kapanen, Adam Ernie. No, let's Oh man, all those guys are so tempting. Anderson, Sherbak, Gorinov. I'm gonna take Del Cole. Again, I want to pick for the future. So that's the last pick we're gonna make in this draft. This is gonna be a bit of a long video, probably about a half an hour. But like I said, there's links in the description if you want to skip around. So let's sim the rest of the draft. What I do like is this sims pretty instantaneously. At least in comparison to other fantasy drafts that I've done in the past. Like Madden's fantasy draft is abysmally slow. Oh, the Coyotes are going to retire Shane's Doan number. Good for him. And this is simming a little longer than I anticipated, so we might I might have to cut this out. Okay, no, that didn't take too long. Alright, so fantasy draft. Alright, sorry about that. We had a quick cut. These are our lines after I sim the rest of the fantasy draft. Our forwards are looking pretty rough. A couple of old guys in Sedin and Brown. We definitely are reliant on Kuznetsov and Tarasenko. Defensively, we're not too bad. Ryan Ellis, Girardi, McNabb, Daly, Joakim Ryan. Do we have anybody scratched in this team? Jake Bean and Michael Del Cole. So I have to send both of them down to put on the AHL line. And goaltender-wise, Connor Hellebuck, Ukko Pekka, Luukkonen. As for the AHL, we don't have a whole lot in terms of prospects down here. We don't have much of anything. None of these guys are real aged well. Just for Boquist is probably the best one down here. Although defensively, we do have Griffin Reinhart, Jordan Subban. We have a couple guys that could be serviceable. And in net, we have Capo Kakinen. But yeah, there's our NHL team and AHL team for our under 30 roster. Like I said, there's going to be a few missteps because of the sim. But all in all, our core is under 30. So that'll be the first option if you want to vote for it. Be sure to look for the under 30 option. We're going to cut here. We'll be right back with draft number 2. All right, here we go. Draft number 2. Now I know I kind of teased the restriction on this one, saying that it would probably be an over 30. But what we're actually going to do is I'm not allowed to draft anybody from North America. So I cannot draft anybody from the United States or Canada. So that's 15 players. My core has to be all European or the rest of the world. Just they cannot be North American. I have not randomized the draft yet, so this is one. Oops. Sorry. 24th overall is my first one. Second, third, fourth, fifth. Were they actually the 11th pick? That's pretty similar to our first run, so I'm going to do one more random. Now we're the 24th pick. All right, so that should shake up who we have to pick from. Like I said, no North American players, so no Canadians, no Americans. Ages are completely available. Oh, I want to take Tavares. Damn you. Oh, crap. They don't have the nationality on the screen because it's part of the contracts. Crap. Do they have nationality on here somewhere? No. I don't remember people's nationalities. Shit. Well, Kopitar I know I could draft, but I'm not going to waste $10 million on him. Canadian, 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 Canadian. Nicholas Backstrom, Swedish. Voracek, I think, is Czech. Giroux's Canadian. Getzlaff's Canadian. Wheeler's Canadian. Suter's American. Subban's Canadian. Barkov. I'm going to have to freaking Google all these. God damn it. I didn't think that through. Alright, what do we got for goaltenders? Who's the best European goaltender? Pecorine, yeah? He's 34, though. Andre Vasilevsky? Oh. Oh, him and Holtby are both European. Right, Vasilevsky's... I mean, I'm pretty sure he's... You're gonna hear the keyboard this video, that's for sure. Yeah, he's from Russia. You know what? I'm gonna go with Vasilevsky. He's gonna be our first round pick. Starting off strong with a very good goaltender. There's not a whole lot of European goaltenders that are on the younger side. Gostisbehere, is he Canadian? He's Canadian, right? I'm gonna be so upset with myself because I don't remember. Oh, no, he's American. See, I can't even get that right. Schwartz, Panarin. We might have a pretty Russian lineup here, but I'm gonna take Artemi Panarin. So we got 2 Russians so far. Oh, I really should have thought this one through. 30 and over seems so much easier. Kuznetsov? Do I stick with the Russian theme here? What's Marchessault? Marchessault is from Quebec. Damn it. William Karlsson. He's 24. I'm taking Karlsson. He's Swedish. Alright, so we've got 2 Russians and a Swede. I gotta get Finland in here somewhere. Defense? Vlasic's Canadian, Shattenkirk, no. Muzzin, Brody, Falk. Strawman? Where's Strawman from? Is he Swedish too? Strawman is from Sweden. This might be a bit of a longer draft because I don't know. Oh, Oscar Klefbom's from Sweden as well. Do I take Klefbom? Trouba's probably Canadian, right? No, Trouba's he's American. This is gonna be so bad. I'm gonna make myself look so dumb. Or where's Parayko from? Parayko's from what is it? Russia? He's Canadian. Why is he he's ugh! I really wish it was on the screen. Like their contracts are there. It should be on the screen. Oh boy. Strawman, that's a good man. No, I'm gonna take Klefbom. I'm gonna take Klefbom. Torrey Krug? Matt Duchene, he's Canadian. Where's Dadna from? Zetterberg? Nah, Zetterberg's 36. I don't want to handcuff myself with 2 older players. I should have just said Canada, man. Why'd I have to go say North America? Galchenyuk's American. Where's Bukestad come from? He's American. Of course you're American, because that name's American. Eric Halla, you're Finnish, aren't you? Oops, that's Halla's. Pretty sure Halla's Finnish. Yeah, he's Finnish. Yeah, we're taking Eric Halla. I could take Tomáš Hertl next because he's from the Czech Republic. God, I can't believe I did this to myself. Mikko Koivu, 6.7 million. Oh, it's only for 1 year though. He could be serviceable as a bottom 6 guy. And as was the case with the first draft, when I sim the rest of it, we're going to undoubtedly get North American players. That's just going to happen. Sami Vatanen, Gustav Nyquist. Where's Nyquist from? Is he Canadian? No, I don't want the Nyquist formula. I want the Nyquist hockey player. Oh, he's Swedish. Gustav. Why didn't I... Scared the dog. Taking Nyquist. God. You feel like me pronouncing names was bad? Trying to guess nationalities is even worse. Alright. We've only picked 6 players. How long has this thing been going? We're nearly halfway through of Mrazek. He's from somewhere over there. Right? Yeah, he's Czech. Okay. Alright, we're going good so far. We haven't made any bad picks yet. I do need some wingers, though. Shit. Alright, let's try right wingers. Anybody that stands out? Hossa Silverberg. You're not North American, right? No, he's gonna be. There's no way he's not. Oh, he's Swedish. Nice. I'm taking him. Jakob Silverberg. Sorry, Silverberg. God, I want to take. There's a bunch of young kids that aren't North American. Callan Footnick, Ritchie, Evgeny Shvechnikov. We're taking him. Oh wait. I should just get out of here. I should double check that. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's. Yeah, he's Russian. No, that's Andre. Andre and Evgeny are related. They're both Russian. Right? Please tell me that's the case. Okay, yeah. Oh, we still have 1 defenseman. Oh boy. Schuster. Where's Schuster from? Oh, I almost fell over. Schuster is Czech. We're taking him. This is so bad. Alright. I could take somebody on the older side. Alex Edler, isn't he Swedish? I'm pretty sure Edler's Swedish. Because there's a strong Swedish, yeah. Because there's a strong Swedish, there used to be a strong Swedish contingency in Vancouver. Alright, so we got 4 picks left. Both of the Sedins are there. I need centers. Philip Deneau, Jason Spezza, Sedin, Lars Eltno. Valtteri Philip, no. Mikael Granlund? I'm pretty sure he's a... Yeah, he's Finnish. Like, I feel so confident in some of these, and then other ones just because of how odd American names can be sometimes. I get a little lost. Alright, so what do we have so far? Clefbaum, Edler, and Schuster. Oh god. Oops, I don't want to swap. Oh god, give me the potential. There we go. Bean, Timothy. Alright, so where's Honka from? Honka's finish. Works for me. It's only 74, but hey, he's like, what is it, 20? He's 22, so he's 21 in the game. Hosa's still there. Kind of want to take Hosa or Spezza. Let's do it this way. Let's sort by salary. Thomas Placanet. Soderberg. Marion Kabarek. Oh man. I'm gonna take Hosa. It is Marion Hosa Day. At least in Chicago. August 1st is Marion Hosa Day. 8-1. I know that doesn't work in the other parts of the world because it's 1-8, but get where I'm coming from. Alright, so this is our last pick in our no North American team. I'm a little distracted because it's thunderstorming outside, and I'm kind of keeping an eye when I have to close the window so that I don't get soaked sitting here. Elias Anderson. Yeah, we'll take Anderson. Let me double check to make sure he's Scandinavian. Nope, that's not the guy. Yeah, he's from Sweden. All right, so there's our last pick. Elias Anderson. All right, so we have an interesting roster to say the least. Now I'm gonna sim it, and we're gonna get a lot of North American players. Trust me. I really don't want to sit here and do all 40 picks, so we're gonna draft our core and be on our way. Shouldn't take too long to sim the first round. The first draft didn't take too long to sim once we got past our picks made. I really don't want to do 30 and over. So I think what I'm going to do, like I wish I had a faster way to look people up, because I would do players that have only won a Stanley Cup. So immediately Shaw, Forsbacka Carlson. We actually might not have that many North American players. There's a lot of names up there that confuse me, and usually that's how I base them not being North American. Because you can kind of you can pick out American names pretty easily. And really the only Canadian names that I find issues with are the French Canadian names. But aside from that, you can pretty much tell who's where. So let's look at our lines and see where we're sitting. So first line, no, go away. Artemi Panarin, William Karlsson, Gustav Nyquist. That's not a bad first line. Russia, Sweden, Sweden. Second line, we've got Marian Hossa from Slovakia, Erik Haula from Finland, Jakob Silverberg from Sweden, Stefan Noesen from the U.S., Marcus Granlund, not Mikhail, Marcus Granlund from Finland, Andrew Shaw from Canada, Evgeny Svechnikov from Russia, Jakob Forsbacka Karlsson from Sweden, and Elias Anderson from Sweden. So our forwards, we've only got two guys similar to our first draft that are North American. Defensively, Oscar Klefbom, Swedish, Alexander Edler, Swedish, Patrick Nemeth, Swedish, Andre Schuster, Czech, Matt Grzelcyk, North American, and Slater Kokak, Canadian. Didn't I draft? I thought I drafted somebody else for that. Oh, Julius Honka, and he was Finnish. Rasmus Asplund, Swedish, nice. And then goaltenders, Andrei Vasilevsky, Russian. And Peter Mrazek, Czech. So our team looks, I mean, it's predominantly European. So I think we did pretty good there. The AHL, I'm not even going to bother to stay real picky with that. Oh, Laktakainen. Sorry. We used to be my play-by-play name in ESHL. We look still pretty European here. We've got 2 North American in our decor, and I'm not going to bother looking at that. What we got goalie-wise? Merzlikins? Merzlikin? I don't know. He's Latvian. And Lindvall, who is probably Swedish. Yep. Alright, so there's our roster for the no North American players fantasy draft. We're going to cut here, and we'll be back with our final fantasy draft for this video. Alright, here we are. Final draft of the video. This is going to be our last restriction based draft. And I've done so far nobody under the age of 30, nobody from North America. And now this one, I would love to do Stanley Cup champion players only. But that's such a small pool, and I don't have an easy way of doing it. So instead, I'm going to default, and we're going to do 32 and over. I haven't randomized it yet, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 13th again, so we'll randomize it. 15th, we'll randomize it again. 3rd, alright, so I can only take people over the age of 32. This is going to be interesting. Oh, wow. So figures, the one time that I could take players, I'm surprised Carlson didn't go. It's a 32 and over. Oh god, this was a mistake. Brent Burns is the best one, followed by Patrice Bergeron, Shea Weber, Ryan Getzlaf. I really don't want to take a goalie. I took a goalie last time. Just nobody to take anyway. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go take, I mean, Brent Burns is not a bad pick. $8 million though? He is a 90, and that's locked. Yeah, we'll take him. This is gonna be rough. This is going to be rough. Alright, 32-year-olds. Bufflin. Jeff Carter, honestly, Taze, Stone. There's so many names. Kuznetsov, Forsberg. No. I have to take a goalie because they're gonna vanish real quick. I'm gonna take Crawford. I'm gonna try to stick to 32-year-olds. But that's gonna get harder and harder, and I can't take any prospects at all. So we're going Stanley Cup team year 1 pretty much. I'm gonna take Jeff Carter. Oh, Kucherov and Panarin, Tampa Bay. Oh, Carter, Crawford, and Burns. This is gonna be bad, man. Joe Pavelski, Corey Perry, Eric Stahl. All right, so we got some options. We've got some options. I'm not too handcuffed here. Brent Seabrook, Miku Koivu. Corey Perry at 8.6 or Joe Pavelski at 6. Corey Perry's got a year on him, but he's got 2 more years at 8.6. Stahl had a research. Stahl at that contract. I'm going to say if he makes it one more round, I'm going to take Pavelski. I'm going to try to take Eric Stahl next pick if he's still there. McDavid, Ristolainen, Stone. I mean, we're going to have a half-decent roster. Oh, he's still there. I'm going to... Ooh. Yeah. That contract is too nice for him to get that stat increase from which he had Larkin, Rene, Panarin, Kucherov. Tampa Bay and Hurdle. Tampa Bay's looking good. Chara, Thornton. Zetterberg, Seabrook, Steen. Zach Parise, 7.5. That's an 8-year. I can't do that. I can't bring myself to make that pick. I mean, I would end up trading him anyway. Thomas Vanek, Patrick Marleau. Really, Marlowe's 38. Damn. Sedins, Williams, Boychuk. I'm gonna take Patrick Marleau. He's 38. We've got to. We can do this. I mean, we've got to have. Our first line's pretty good. I need to hit up the defense though. Seabrook 6.8. That's way too much. I guess I could sort by age. Wow. Darren Quint, 41 years old. Roosevelt. Oh, man. Overall, should get better the lower I go. Seabrook is the best one at 32. Bowmeister, Boychuk. I really don't want to take Seabrook. We've already hit 35 million in cap space. Oh boy. Bowmeister, Boychuk. This is going to be what's tough is that these guys are all well established, so they're going to be paid handsomely. Cronwall. I'm going to take Bowmeister. It's only got a 2-year deal. Well, I mean, if I don't win the cup year one, I've got decent trade pieces. Oh, Alex Steen, absolutely. Alexander Steen, sorry. Man. Alright, so we're getting Thomas Vanek. We're getting close to where I can't afford both Sedins. Rick Nash 7.8. That's actually not bad because I can re-sign him. But we are starting to run out of cap space very quickly. If you haven't noticed, in the bottom left corner, there's the our cap space. We have 21 million cap space. We've got a 58. We got 53 million dollars in cap used on 9 players. Pominville's 5.6. Trevor Daly, Calvin, Patrick Eves. Braden Coburn. Braden Coburn I'm going to have to pick. Oh, I thought I exited by accident. Alright. Braden Coburn, yeah. Oh, I need a right center. Mike Fisher, Jason Spezza. Oh, man. Brian Boyle? He's a good third line center. We got any right wingers that are worthwhile? Jaromir Jagr? I'm doing it. We'll bring Jagr in for a year. Why not? He's an 80 overall. Who cares if he's 45? Alright, so should probably take a backup goalie. Kyle Lettinen, $5.9 million. Take out Montoya. 13 million in cap space. Well, the computer's gonna draft some young kids for us, that's for sure. Alright, we got 2 picks left. Right wing. Yuri Hudler. Trevor Lewis. Radim Verbata. Sure. He can put some goals up as a 79. Pretty sure last year was an 84. Fall from grace. All right, last pick of the 32 and over draft. I got 10 million in cap space. Oh man, David Backus, Dion Phaneuf. I need a defenseman. Cronwall. Daly's got a good contract, 3.1. All right, so that's my last pick. Let's hope the AI gives me some young kids that can actually do something for me. Man, that's gonna be a tough. Even with the guys that I picked, that's gonna be a tough team to work with. I kind of wish that I had done one of these with the other created team, so I could have two of them going. The top two vote getters would end up going. All right, so Connor Carrick, Rick Nash. Well, that might be Riley Nash. That's probably Riley Nash. Ryan Sproul, Cedric Paquette, Lindgren, Griffin Reinhart again. I don't see any high quality rookies on that list. Oh boy. Oh man. Let's see what the line is. At least we got Brent Burns. I mean, we've got some. Our team isn't awful. This is a suitable roster. I hope I'm still recording. I am, thank goodness. So Alex Steen, Jeff Carter, Joe Pavelski. That's not bad. Patrick Marleau, Eric Stahl, Rick. Oh, that is Rick Nash. How did we afford Rick Nash? Radim Verbata, Brian Boyle, Jaromir Jagr. So our top 9 are all 32 and older. Riley Nash is 28, Cedric Paquette's 24, Boo Nieves is 23, Bowmeister, Burns, Daly, Coburn, Ledoux, Carrick. So we've got our fourth line and our third D pairing are all under 32. Both goalies are 32. It's not a bad team. That's probably a deep playoff run team, if I'm honest, because I'm pretty sure all these guys have pretty good poise. Yeah, we got 85 poise across the board, and then we get to the fourth line. All right, so what about our AHL? Do we got anything down here? Ryan McInnes. Actually, Ryan McInnes isn't a bad pick. But aside from that, Fabian Gunnarsson, nice name. Itulo Tululo. Scott Harrington, Cal Rosen, Salmela, Griffin Reinhart. What do we got for goalies? Charlie Lindgren and Emil Kraus. Man. This is a rough team. Rough team to say the least. Alright, but that's going to be... Oh, who do we have scratched? We have Matthew Strom, who's 18, and Ryan Sproul, who's 24. Okay. Alright, that's going to be the end of this video. Like I said, comment section for your vote options. There will be the three. There'll be the under 30, the non-North American, or the 32 and up. So be sure to vote, and we will kick this off whenever my Rangers one ends. But if you're still around watching the video, as always, thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll be around for episode 1 when it goes live.